this is a case that is before you due to the fact that the zoning code requires this body to take action for this particular use being a gravel mining operation. Mr. Chairman, given the likelihood that there will be litigation on this case, regardless of how this body acts, I would urge that this committee send this matter downstairs without a recommendation so we have one public hearing on Monday versus multiple public hearings. That is due to the fact that when this body hears a special use permit, it is acting as a quasi-judicial body, and every time it meets and discusses a special use permit, it's acting as a lower court, which can muddy the record for the circuit or chancery court that the litigation would take place in. And that is indeed what occurred last time there was litigation on this matter. So I think if there's one thing we can all agree, the applicant, the taxpayers, and the neighborhood is whatever decision this body makes, it stand up in court.
All right, so let me do this. First of all, is the applicant present?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Could you state your name and whatnot for the record? I just want to make sure that we do. What I'm going to do is this: I'm going to ask the applicant present. They are present, and then I'm going to ask by show of hands who is in opposition. And to go with what Mr. Whitehead said, instead of us hashing it out here, and then we have to do the same thing downstairs, and also taking the fact that there is litigation in. You're not going to be able to get comfortable, I don't think, but go ahead. Just state your name and address for the record.
My name's Hal Williford. I'm president of Memphis Stone Gravel Company, 1111 Wilson Street, Memphis, Tennessee.
All right, thank you. Now, if you are in opposition of this particular item, please raise your hand in the audience. Thank you very much. All right. Seeing that we have much opposition, and I don't know if we need to look at our permanent rules down the road, but instead of us going through everything up here, I would like to make the recommendation that we take this downstairs without a recommendation, and we make sure that we invite everybody back, because I know that we will have a robust conversation regardless of what side that you are on, if that's okay. And where's Mr. Whitehead at? Can we also look at if there's any opposition, whether it's land use or whether it's in the audience, we can actually do that instead of going through everything. Just at the end of the day, I don't want to give any side an advantage up here to where I'd like to have the public here downstairs and make sure that everybody is heard.
Yes, sir. Again, Josh White at OPD. The zoning code requires a public hearing by the legislative body, and indeed the Memphis City Council, when it considers requests pursuant to the same code, it often does the same. It sends things from the committee straight to the full council without a recommendation.
All right, thank you. Commissioner Billings will be recognized.
Mr. Chairman, based on your comments, and I support those, I'm going to get with Mr. Whitehead. I've got a couple questions I want to answer before Monday, but I'll direct those to him offline. All right.
So can we do that without any objection from the body? There will be no recommendation in the committee, but we will be able to hear it in its full entirety downstairs Monday. So for the 37 people, let me just go ahead and say this. Thank you for coming. I want to say that because you care about your community. And I know that I heard there were others downstairs, and we didn't want Chief Benson to get us out of here because of fire. I think that's what you said, Commissioner Sawyer. No. Okay, all right. But for the 37 folks, I know there'll be more of you on Monday. I do appreciate you being here. I appreciate anybody that has the time to come down here to speak on their neighborhood and what they think is best in their backyard. So I give you much more credence and respect than any Facebook group of 4,000 people. You're here, so I give you much more credit than most. So with that, and yes.
Can you remind everybody of the time on Monday?
Well, it's the time on Monday, 3:30. So Monday at 3:30. Make sure you fill out. Well, let me ask this: are these cards going to be? Do we have to fill out the same card again downstairs? Does it start back over? Okay, we can use them again instead of them building. They came down here. Let's not have them go back and fill out another card again. So we'll keep these cards. We got all 37 of them. Again, thank you for being here, and I would ask both sides, make sure that you give your best case in front of this body. Thank you very much. And I don't see any other new or unfinished business in front of Committee 5, so we will adjourn.